When you're playing, you're not really thinking about it. You're just out there playing. And, obviously, they shot the ball really well. We didn't shoot the ball.
After being ruined by Caitlin Clark, a WNBA player lost her job. And believe me when I say that's crazy. Although the WNBA has always been cutthroat, Caitlin Clark is changing careers and regulations right in front of us.
No, I just told you I didn't even know I hit her, so I can't laugh about it.
Dreams of Atlanta. When Ashley Jones on the floor for a preseason game, it soon turned into a nightmare.
Now it's 5, but it's WHA.
Clark's ascent serves as a warning to anyone who can't keep up in a league where survival demands precision. The outcome wasn't only a poor game for Joanne's. It was a spectacle that ended a career. With her formal debut in the WNBA, Caitlin Clark's arrival is nothing short of seismic. She is more than simply a player. She is a living highlight reel, making preseason games unmissable. Chris Phelps of Yahoo Sports claims that Clark guided the Indiana Fever to a perfect 3-0 preseason record in 2025. It's not terrible for a beginner, is it? However, this goes beyond statistics and victories. It concerns the implications of her genius for the league. However, I can assure you that it is creating pandemonium. For example, just hours after playing Clark, Atlanta Dream guard Ashley lost her position on the squad. Is it truly the case, or is it just a coincidence? The Indiana Fever are performing incredibly well in preseason games, according to Chris Phelps of Athlon Sports. Clark was the focal point of the Fever's 81-76 triumph against the Dream in their last preseason game. She demonstrated once more why she is already being hailed as the league's future face by controlling the tempo and making clutch shots. In the meantime, the Dream were, to put it mildly, having a rough day. Before taking a break, Brittany Gurrier played for precisely 2 minutes. Fair considering her veteran status, but the squad was unable to replace the...
Ashley Jones is still chasing that dream to get back into the WNBA. The league will expand from 12 to 15 teams by 2020.
Ashley Jones comes in. It was maybe her biggest moment, and she had to step up. Her stats include 17 minutes of play, 1 assist, and 5 points on 1 of 4 shots. Not catastrophic on paper, but not catastrophic doesn't cut it in the WNBA, where roster places are as hard to come by as good Wi-Fi on an airplane. Experts claim that Jones's tail got off to a great start at Iowa State. She dominated her way into Cyclones legend by scoring, grabbing rebounds, and being a force to be reckoned with. Expectations were quite high when she was selected 19th overall in the 2023 WNBA draft. The professional level, however, struck her like a brick wall. There were a lot of team changes throughout her inaugural season. Before she completely left the league in 2024, she played for the Dallas Wings, Las Vegas Aces, and Phoenix Mercury. Let's go ahead to 2025. Jones signed a deal with the Atlanta Dream for training camp. She had another opportunity to show that she belonged. However, the preseason is a harsh testing ground. Every moment spent on the court, including every dribble and shot, is an audition. Unfortunately for Jones, her performances lacked motivation. Yes, there are flashes of potential, but in the WNBA, flashes don't keep the lights on. Despite playing in 2 preseason games in 2025, she averaged 8.0 minutes each game. However, the crucial matchup with the Fever followed. Jones was having trouble making an impression while Clark was busy breaking down defenses and arguing for Rookie of the Year. She wasn't solely to blame. The squad lacked leadership without Gurrier, and the Dream was out of rhythm. However, the difference was obvious when compared head-to-head with Clark. It appeared as though Clark was destined to play at this level. Jones was more akin to a gifted college athlete who had struggled in the professional ranks. The Dream revealed the shocking information a few hours later. They had waived to Jones. What a stomach blow. 1 minute you're battling for your job, and the next you're looking for career pivot ideas on Google and revising your resume. The moment was quite chilly. However, roster places are as few as parking spots at a sold-out Taylor Swift concert in the WNBA. Potential and performance are paramount. And let's face it, Clark's performance, which was delivered with a smile and a wink, may as well have been the last nail in Jones' professional coffin. Jones' stat line was like attempting to sell tap water at a champagne bar, even though it wasn't a complete disaster. 1 assist, 5 points. While Clark was penning basketball poetry and dropping dimes like a kind monarch, she may as well have given out participation medals. If Joanne had stumbled over her own shoelaces mid-aim, the optics would have been even worse. Not to mention the Dream's flawless timing. It wasn't only a choice to wait for hours after the game. Compared to a Caitlin Clark three-pointer from a logo, it made a stronger statement. Thank you for playing the message. As you leave, avoid getting struck by the door. Let's not sugarcoat it. Everyone else finds life difficult as a result of Caitlin Clark's ascent. She has a talent that transcends generations. The type of player that pushes the boundaries of what is conceivable on the field. In contrast to expectations, she improved her squad as a whole in addition to scoring. Clark took over when Sophie Cunningham was hurt, opening doors, undermining fortifications, and controlling the fever. Her presence was felt by more than just her teammates. For the opposition, it was a nightmare. Jones's difficulties, however, brought attention to how harsh professional sports can be. The WNBA lacks the luxury of patience. There is very little room for error because there are only 144 roster spaces spread across 12 clubs. There was more to Jones's release than simply one game. It was the result of both erratic performance and lost chances. Additionally, the bar is quite high when you play in the same league as a phenomenon like Clark. This is the problem. The WNBA is the most competitive league. Being outstanding is more important than simply being excellent. Not only is Clark lifting the bar, but she's taking it to new heights. Teams are forced to reconsider their lineups due to her dominating talent. A few years ago, players would have been secure, but now they have to fight just to stay in the league. The stakes are considerably higher for those who are already marginalized, like Jones. However, this is more than simply a tale about Jones and Clark. It reflects the development of the WNBA. The league is expanding, drawing in more talent, and raising the bar for its players. Although it's an exhilarating period, it's also harsh. There are innumerable athletes that fall short of expectations for every emerging star like Clark. The WNBA's team-building practices are also called into doubt by Clark's entrance. How can the demands of the team be balanced with a player's potential to be a superstar? Although Clark is capable of carrying a game, basketball is still a team sport. Her ascent puts pressure on teams to develop squads that can both complement her skill and stay competitive in a competition that is only becoming more difficult. Jones' release is a step in the right direction for the Dream, but it also emphasizes how difficult it is to develop players in a league with little funding and roster flexibility. Although Clark's genius is encouraging, it also serves as a sobering reminder of how dangerous things have gotten. What should we do next? The possibilities are endless for Caitlin Clark. Perhaps not even the sky, given her obvious goals are basketball immortality and perhaps even her own constellation. At this point, her regular season debut versus the Chicago Sky is nearly a national holiday. Will she live up to the expectations? Oh, please. Not only does she live up to the expectations, but she also outshines it, buys it supper, and, just for good measure, dunks on it. The Chicago Sky should start drafting an apology to their supporters right away if her preseason performance is any indication. But this is the question that everyone is thinking about. How much does it cost? Because, let's be honest, even while Clark's genius is astounding, it's leaving a path of unfulfilled hopes and unemployment behind. Ashley Jones now has lots of spare time to consider the inequalities in life. The distinct sound of a WNBA training camp contract running through a paper shredder marks the end of this chapter of Jones' career rather than a spectacular one. It serves as a sobering reminder that in this league, skill on its own is about as helpful as a chocolate teapot. Rare is the timing of a crucial opportunity, seizing the non-negotiable moment. Even so, there are instances when life simply gives you a Caitlin Clark. Clark is more than a mere athlete. She is a phenomenon. The WNBA landscape is being reshaped in her image by a human meteor. Her arrival is more than simply thrilling. It's an order. Take a stride forward or backward. Fans are ecstatic. It's likely that players like Joanne are thinking about other career options. One thing is evident when the dust settles. The WNBA's future lies with Caitlin Clark. Additionally, she is kicking, yelling, and pushing the league into a new age when mediocrity is not tolerated. This is more than simply a tough reality check for Jones and other players. It's like being told you're playing chess against a supercomputer and you have no idea how the horse moves. Is Clark's dominance just getting started? To learn more, like this video and subscribe to the channel.